guys, and welcome to the second part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show. Taking you through all the single issue releases into the store this week. It's quite a big week for single issue releases, partly because it's just a big week, but also because there were certain titles that weren't delivered to us last week that have come this week, so they've obviously been amalgamated into this week's delivery. But we'll kick things off, so always do, with the variants. So we kick things off with Ultimate Black Panther number 10. This is the Sean Isaac variant cover, who of course has been the artist recently on Green Arrow. Obviously moving over to Marvel with some nice covers. We got our covers in for Ultimate Spider-Man 11, obviously out last week, but we got our variants this week. So first of all, we have the 1:25 ratio variant. This is done by Terry Dodson, depicted a very happy family life for Spidey and MJ. We also have the Corin Howell variant cover, which shows off the Ultimate Universe Black Cat. We have Uncanny X-Men, pardon me, out this week. Retailer incentive 1:25 variant cover by Paco Medina. But as well as that, we also have the Uncanny X-Men 6 variant, which is the character variant, and this one focused on Rogue, this one done by Adam Hughes. We have Venom War out this week. It comes to its conclusion with issue 5. We have a rather great Peach Momoko variant. I'm not always the biggest Peach Momoko fan, but I think this is some of her best work actually for that variant cover. And then we finish off, well, nearly finish off Marvel with West Coast Avengers. Starts this week, a brand new number 1. Adam Hughes on the foil variant cover. And I beg your pardon, there was one more variant for Marvel, and that is Amazing Spider-Man 62, and Scotty Young on the variant there for that one. Moving on to DC, we kick things off with Nightwing 120 this week. Francesco Francavilla on variant cover duty there. One of the big releases from this week is definitely Justice League Unlimited number 1. Mark Waid, Dan Mora. We'll get to the cover A soon. But we've got a rake of variants as well. So first of all, we have the Daniel Sampere foil variant cover for that. We have the retailer incentive 1:25 variant cover, which is done by Dave Wilkins as the League look up at their new Watchtower. We have the Andy Kubert variant cover as well. So again, Justice League Unlimited number 1. Simon Bianchi on variant cover duties as well, with a new variant for number 1. Still, they keep coming for Justice League Unlimited. They went big on the variants. We have Howard Porter on variant cover duty. This is no match. I think it was the JLA 1 when Grant Morrison run was kicking off. And we have 2 more for Justice League. We have Ed Benes variant cover. So legacy artist there. I believe this is a wraparound one that shows even more members of the League. And then there wouldn't be a Justice League relaunch without a Jim Lee variant cover as well. Glorious as it is. Some other variants through DC. We have Detective Comics is this week, issue 1091. We have Bruno Redondo on variant cover duty. Of course, the artist for the fantastic Tom Taylor Bruno Redondo Nightwing run. We have Simon Bisley doing a variant cover as well for Detective Comics, so couldn't resist getting that in. There's the 1:25 retailer incentive cover for Detective Comics as well, by Ashley Wood. That's your incentive cover. And then another big release this week is definitely Black Canary, Best of the Best. Fantastic first 2 issues. I've had the pleasure of reading early. Tom Kane ran Sook. But we've got variant cover here from Otto Schmidt, showing all the different looks of Black Canary over the years. Another big release this week is definitely Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 2. So we have the Mario Scalera 1:25 ratio incentive variant cover. But there's also a Joelle Jones variant cover as well, which is rather lovely. And another big release this week, they just keep on coming, is Batman Long Halloween, Last Halloween number 3. So first of all, we have the Mugshot cover, which is a variant theme running through all of them. So it's Mark Chiarello on variant cover duties there. And as well as that, we also got in the Art Adams variant covers for Long Halloween, Last Halloween as well. Then we have a couple more variant covers, but they're more variant covers for new printings. So Absolute Batman number 1 reached its 3rd printing, so we've got some of the variants in here. We have, first of all, this was Jerome Opina doing a variant cover. So again, if you missed out on Absolute Batman number 1, don't be paying over the odds for a first print or for a second-hand copy, whatever. Brand new 3rd printings are in this week. We also got the foil Nick Dragotta variant covers for Absolute Batman 1 as well. And a piece of good timing, because Absolute Wonder Woman 2 is out this week, we also got Absolute Wonder Woman number 1 second printings in. So again, if you're playing catch up, Hayden Sherman, the cover artist for that. So on to the main titles. As I say, Absolute Wonder Woman number 2 is this week. The second biggest Absolute title for us so far. Even bigger than Absolute Superman. To be honest, they're all great. But yeah, Absolute Batman definitely the forerunner, but Absolute Wonder Woman is not far behind, I can tell you. We have Action Comics this week, so 1077 for this one. Mark Waid and Clayton Henry continuing on that. A brand new number 1 this week is Batman Santa Claus Silent Night Returns. So sequel to last year's holiday themed adventure, which of course is out in trade paperback this week, but new single issue series starting as well. We have Batman The Long Halloween Last Halloween, as I say, issue 3, rotating set of artists on this. So it's Mark Chiarello this time, who of course was doing that mugshot variant cover. I've mentioned in variants just how good it was. Do not sleep on this. Black Canary, best of the best. Tom King, Rand Sook, going to be a 6-issue mini-series. It is fantastic. Really can't recommend that enough. That's probably my pick of the week. Detective Comics 1091. So we're continuing on the Tom Taylor Mikel Janin run on Detective, with them having taken over from Ram V. New issue of The Flash this week. So Cy Spurrier continues on with that. And we're at issue 15. New Harley Quinn this week, issue 45 for this one. So continuing on the run again, they took over, I think, from Tini Howard. I think Scott Kalin is the writer. Justice League Unlimited, so as I say, brand new number 1. You can come to this completely fresh, perfect jumping on point. It is Mark Waid, it is Dan Mora, it is glorious looking. It also includes a 4-page preview for Hush 2 coming soon from Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. We have Nightwing new this week, issue 120. So this is the second issue of the new All-In initiative with the new writer, which is Dan Waters, Dexter Soy on art. And we finished DC off then with Superman number 20. So Joshua Williamson, Dan Mora. Dan Mora, where do you find the time to draw 2 monthly titles plus covers? Tip of the hat. Amazing Spider-Man 62 is this week, so the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man continue from Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness. We have Blade Red Band number 2, so Brian Hill and CF Villa on art, continuing with that. One that should have been here last week but is here this week is Daredevil number 15, so Saladin Ahmed on writing duties for that. Lovely John Romita Jr. cover there. We have Dazzler is issue 3 now. Jason Liu writing this, and I've heard some really good feedback on Dazzler actually. Exceptional X-Men, again, should have been last week, came this week. Issue 3, continuing on for this Emma Frost-led X-Men team. We have Incredible Hulk 19, which also happens to be Legacy number 800 of Incredible Hulk. So Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein continuing their horrific take on the Hulk. We have Iron Man number 2, so second part of the Stark-Roxxon War. Spencer Ackerman, the writer on this, Julius Ota on art. Even I enjoyed the first issue of that, and that says a lot. Mystique issue 2, so Declan Shelby continuing on with his X-Men miniseries, both writing and drawing, of course, and a rather glorious cover into the bargain. Coming to an end this week should have been last week. This week is Predator versus Black Panther. So last issue of that, issue 4, 4-issue miniseries. There's also a tasty little cliffhanger for what it's going on to next. You have Spirits of Vengeance continuing on with the Ghost Rider universe. We're as far as issue 3 on that. Also this week is Star Wars The Battle of Jakku, Republic Under Siege. So again, this is part of it's overall a 12-issue run, but it's divided into sort of 3 4-issue story arcs. Who said comics were simple? So this is, although this is part 6 of 12, it's part 2 of the second story arc. Also this week is Ultimate Black Panther reaching issue 10. So again, there's Brian Hill once again on writing duties. We have Uncanny X-Men from Gail Simone. We are now at issue 6. Geez, that has flown in to say the least. I mentioned with the variants that Venom War has come to an end this week, so issue 5. This leaves the symbiote universe in quite an interesting state, both regards to Eddie Brock and regards to Venom as well. And then we finish Marvel off with a new number 1 this week from Jerry Dugan, and that is West Coast Avengers. So another Avengers title there. And then a few indie books to take you through. Again, some of these might have been last week, some of them were this week. So Epitaphs from the Abyss. So the horror anthology reaches number 5. We have a new issue of A Gagger, which is issue 8, so continuing on with the Ghost Machine line from Geoff Johns, Paul Pelletier on art for this one. We have Hello Darkness, issue 5, so continuing on the horror anthology. You've got Garth Ennis involved, Becky Cloonan, James Tynion IV, Werther de la Dera, Sarah Gailey, an absolute murderer's row of talent contributing to that horror anthology. We have the Horizon Experiment Moondogs. So again, these are a series of one-shots under the Horizon Experiment banner. Speaking of Ghost Machine, a new title launches this week, which is Hornsby and Halo. This is from Ghost Machine. They've also put it under Family Odysseys. So last week they had the Rockefellers, which was under this banner as well. Peter J. Tomasi writing and Peter Schneinberg on art. This week sees release of a new issue of Ice Cream Man, which is as far as issue 42. So W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo just keep on trucking with Ice Cream Man. We have the second issue of Jupiter's Legacy Finale, Mark Millar and Tommy Lee Edwards on art. A new issue this week of Lilo and Stitch. This has reached issue 7 for the Disney title. So just a couple to go. We have TMNT Ongoing, issue 4. This one focused on Donatello. Jason Aaron writing, Chris Burnham on art for this one. I can't recommend Turtles enough to moment. It is fantastic. And again, this comes from a guy who's no massive, dedication to Turtles titles, but it is brilliant. Universal Monsters Frankenstein comes to an end this week with issue 4. Michael Walsh and Tony Marie Griffin on that one. We have a new indie book called Welcome to the Maynard, written by James Robinson with art by Jay Bone. Had a flick through this, looks really, really fun. And we finished this week off with Walking Dead Deluxe issue 101. So again, continuing the fallout from Negan and his murdering of one of Rick's crew. No spoilers for that one. So issue 101. So yeah, that's everything this week in terms of single issues, in terms of DC, Marvel and independent stuff. Pull lists are of course organised and ready for collection. Another throw out again, if you've got a pull list with us, if you haven't picked it up in a while, if you could pop in and grab it, or if you don't want the pull list anymore, if you could just let us know. I sent out a few messages yesterday to a few people who've not been in for a while, and I haven't even got responses, which quite frankly is a bit dickish. But, I even say in the messages, if you don't want to pull this anymore, it's fine. Just please let us know and we can cease those orders. But anyway, as I say, guys, going to be a good week. Loads of great releases there, tons of great content, just so many big titles. So I'll hopefully see you guys in the store throughout the week. Hope you enjoyed this as always. Hope it proved useful. Until next time, take it easy.